Hare Krishna, everyone. Very good morning to all of you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Uh, Let us get started with our lesson. We'll start with prayers to the Bhagavad Gita. So you can repeat with me. Gita Shastramidam Punyam Ya Patet Prayata Puman Vishnu Padam Vapnoti Bhayashokadi Varjita Gita Dhyanashilasya Pranayama Parasya Cha Naiva Santi Papani Purvajanma Kritani मलिने मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्बसी स्नानं संसारमलनाशनं गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किम् अन्ये शास्त्रविस्तरे यः स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखापद्माद्विनिश्रिता भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिश्रितं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दना पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्मापि एकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे right. Okay, so we will continue with our lesson today on transcendental knowledge. Anyone remember what was the last part we discussed in this? No. All right. So if any few of you can have your cameras on, it will be really nice. Flaws in our senses and us being prone to illusion was discussed. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mother Prabhu. All right. Thank you. All right. So today we will discuss the ascending and descending process of knowledge. Okay. So the process of acquiring knowledge can further be analyzed as ascending or descending process. Right. So what does it say here? In the ascending process, one relies on one's own strength and effort. This includes making observations and generalizing them with the help of philosophical speculation or meditation. Okay. Consider, for example, the attempts to understand natural systems. One can build electron and atomic force microscopes to see objects on the atomic scale. Similarly, one can build very powerful telescopes to observe the structure of the universe. Based on the observed data, one can propose mathematical laws, but eventually someone may observe a piece of evidence contradicting the law. Then one has to give up the earlier understanding and come up with a better one. Hence, the ascending process can only take us to a restricted understanding of a narrow domain, limited by the observations that are within one's reach. Alright? So, it basically means using our mind and senses to acquire information about the world. That is what it means in essence. Ascending process of gaining knowledge. Right? Like creating a telescope, creating a microscope to observe the microscopic world, creating a telescope to observe the planets, and so on and so forth. All right. But honestly, our ancestors didn't really need a telescope to tell you where is the position of Saturn, where is the position of Jupiter, where is the position of Mars, where is the position of Venus, where are the nakshatras. Yes, where is Ashwini, Bharini, Uttar Falguni, Pur Falguni, Shravana, Hasta, Chitra, Vaishak, Jeshta, Revati, Mula, Magha. Where are all these nakshatras? Our ancestors didn't have any need of a telescope to tell, okay, it is here, it is here. At this time of the year, it will be here, it will be here. Alright, so they had better sources of knowledge rather than just relying on the mind and senses. It is the most, how do you put it, although it is a very good way of acquiring knowledge, but it misses a lot of things. It misses out on a lot of things, and you are completely relying on your senses. And we have already seen that our mind and senses are suffering from four defects. What are those four defects? uh, Cheating, tendency to cheat, imperfect senses. What else? uh, let's have a look. Yes, subjected to illusion and making mistakes. So these are our four defects, because of which this system of knowledge can never be perfect. Here it also says that the ascending process can only take up to a restricted understanding of a narrow domain, limited by the observations that are within one's reach. Okay, so it is not the all in all process. Alright. Thus, the ascending process entails great uncertainty and hence cannot lead to perfect knowledge. And definitely, we cannot gain knowledge about God through this process. Okay, very difficult. It is because it relies only on one's senses and mind, which are defective, as we have discussed in the previous section. Because of its inherent limitation and uncertainty, the ascending process cannot be applied to perfectly understand even physical nature, what to speak of soul and super soul, who are beyond sensual observation. Okay, so even the physical world cannot be perfectly ascertained as to what it is, how it is, through this process. Okay, what to speak of soul and super soul, who are beyond sensual observation. Right? The sensory experiences are mundane, while spirit is supramundane, and hence cannot be described in terms of mundane experiences. However, there are philosophers who rely on mental speculation rooted in sensory observations to comprehend the nature of the supersoul. They are eventually baffled in their attempts, and the spiritual subject matter remains ever elusive to them. Alright, so this is mentioned from Brahma Samhita 534. Let us see what is Brahma Samhita 534. Alright, so it says Panthastu kotishatvatsara sampragamyo vayoratapi manaso munipungavanam सोऽप्यस्ति यत्प्रपदसिम्न्यविचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तम् अहं भजामि. So what okay, sorry, I was not sharing the right screen. Anyways, so sensory experiences are mundane while the spirit is supramundane and hence cannot be described in terms of mundane experiences. However, there are philosophers who rely on mental speculation. rooted in sensory observations. So they use their sensory observation and they speculate in their mind, all right, and they try to comprehend the nature of the soul and super soul, and they are eventually baffled in their attempts, and the spiritual subject matter remains ever elusive to them, right? Brahma Samhita says the same thing. Panthastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo. I worship the primeval Lord Govinda. Only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and betake to pranayam by drilling the respiration, or by the Gyanis who try to find out the non differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over millions of years. Alright? So, the path Koti Shatvatsar. Okay, Vatsar, is year. Okay, Koti Shat, thousands of millions. Okay, Sampragamyo extending over. Okay, Vayur Athapi Manaso Muni Pungavanam. So the foremost of Gyanis, whose mind is quicker than the wind. Their mind can reach places quicker than the wind. Sopi asti Prapadasimni Vichintya Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. The verse is a bit complicated. This is the translation given by His Holiness Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, which is little bit. This book is in a little bit difficult English. Let me open one that might be a bit simpler to understand. The one by Jeev Goswami, Brahma Samhita, text 34. Yeah? I worship the Supreme Lord Govinda, whose toes alone, possessing inconceivable power, are attained only after a billion years by multitudes of sages who discipline the mind and breath. Right? So those of them who are practicing. So what does it mean to discipline the mind and breath? Disciplining the mind and breath through processes like Gyan Yoga, Ashtang Yoga, and so on. Right? After millions of years, also, such people, such Muni Pungavanam, the best of the Munis, so to say, yes, who possess a lot of skill in these practices, they can only approach the toes, the nails on the toes of Govinda. They cannot even move further than that. Even after millions of years of practice, that is what they achieve. Yes? But a devotee of God, a devotee of Krishna, he achieves the very association of Krishna, the very embrace of Krishna, every day participating in Krishna's pastime very easily, just by the chanting process of every day chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So why go through all of this experience where you have to work so hard and you don't even achieve so much? Whereas if you just simply chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you can actually attain Krishna very easily. All right. So here we saw two things. One is the scientific process of getting knowledge of microscopic things, planetary systems, and so on. And the second is the spiritual processes of controlling the mind and the senses and the breath and so on. Uh, and where does it lead actually? All right. So these are ways of getting knowledge. Definitely we get knowledge about the universe, about our surroundings, and also to an extent this person is also getting some spiritual knowledge, right? They are distinguishing spirit from matter. They are practicing Gyan Yoga, after all. That is the yoga of knowledge, right? And they are able to access Govinda or Krishna up to his toenails, but not beyond that, right? So Avik Prabhu is asking, is it necessary to chant 64 rounds? Uh, well, Mahaprabhu said that I will have, uh, you know, prasadam at the house of the person who is a Lakpati. All right, at that time, 500 years ago. Uh, by Lakpati, he did not mean one who has 1 lakh rupees. All right, that is not the meaning. His meaning was that I will come to the house of the person who chants 1 lakh names of God every single day. 1 lakh names of God is equivalent to 64 rounds of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. All right, but um, as per time, place, and circumstances, we have to follow the things. So basically, you should follow what your guru says, bro. If you please your guru, even by chanting 16 rounds very nicely, then uh, also you can achieve the same result. Okay, so that is why we need personal guidance, because what might be much for someone might be very less for someone else, right? One man's food is another man's poison. Have you heard that? Yes. So consult your guru, and until then, try to chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every single day. Alright. Let us have a look at the descending process, but before that, does someone have any question? Okay. So, in the descending process, on the other hand, one's end goal are guided by a perfect authority, and one understands one's absolute dependence on the higher authorities. One learns the knowledge from authoritative sources and experiences it by applying it to specific domains. So, in this process, like it says, we are guided by a perfect authority, which can be Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, Vaishnavas. Yes, and one's understanding is built on depending on that higher authority. All right, like let's say we are in primary school. So, if at that time our teacher teaches us 1 plus 1 equal to 3, then we learn 1 plus 1 equal to 3. Okay, we don't learn 1 plus 1 equal to 2. All right. Um, so this is the descending process of knowledge. Now the example I gave obviously doesn't fit in, because in this case the teacher is teaching a wrong thing. Um, but but the scriptures are perfect, so they will not teach us the wrong thing. All right. So authentic Vedic scriptures like the Mahabharata, Ramayana, the Puranas, the Vedas, the Upanishads, all of them are perfect sources of knowledge. All right. So, hearing from authoritative sources is the perfect way to receive knowledge about the soul and supersoul. Hearing from authoritative sources is the perfect way to receive knowledge about the soul and the supersoul. All right. What is an authoritative source? Guru. Okay. So any guru, Gurmeet Ram Rahim, that kind of guru. Self-realized. Yes. Yes. Very good, Shubham Prabhu. Very good, Avik Prabhu. Self-realized and associated with parampara. That's very good. Good, you guys are learning. Yes. So, so associated with parampara and self-realized. Okay. Shrotriyam, Brahmanishtam. You both have covered very nicely both these points. Shrotriyam, one who has heard from his own guru, means he is coming in parampara. Alright. Brahmanishtam, self-realized. Alright. So that is an authoritative source. And also scriptures are an authoritative source. Maybe you are hearing from a person who's not self-realized, who's not uh, who has not also heard maybe from his guru, but he's just repeating, he's just reading out, let's say, from Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, right? So that is also fine, because he's not giving his own opinion, right? He's telling what is there in scripture. These authorities include the Vedic scriptures and the spiritual masters coming into the bona fide disciplic succession. So same thing that we already said. Both the Vedic scriptures, the Shastra, and the bona fide disciplic succession can impart us perfect knowledge, because they both come from Krishna. Disciplic succession also comes from Krishna, and Vedic scriptures also come from Krishna, who is in fact all perfect. In order to get perfect knowledge, be it about spirit or matter, one has to purify the defective senses and mind and get situated at the level of pure transcendental experience. Such a transition occurs when the Lord directly lifts the soul from the material space to the conscious space. This happens through the mercy of the Lord only. So you have to rise above the mundane. Like if my mind is always thinking of, roti kapda makan, right? Then where is the space uh, for Krishna to enter? So we have to give space uh, to Krishna to enter. We have to purify our mind of mundane thoughts and let the spiritual thoughts take over, right? And it happens through the mercy of the Lord. But how do you get the mercy of the Lord? You just don't get it by sitting in your room doing nothing, right? You have to make an endeavor for it. Yes? One has to make a tough endeavor for it. Only then one can get it. It's not that easily something that one gets that easily. Alright? So you have to put your effort and then the mercy naturally comes. Alright? So if we put our effort serving the Vaishnavas, serving the cows, serving each other, being good to each other, friendly to each other, non envious of each other. Yes, trying to serve each other. There should be a competition like who can serve the other person more. That should be the competition, right? So that way we gain the mercy of the Lord. And then things become very clear to us. What is given in scripture becomes very, very clear to us. Okay? Naturally. Naturally it becomes because of the mercy that is flowing in our life. Alright. It is the spiritual grace that embodies the process of dissemination of spiritual knowledge from one generation to another. Alright, so this is mentioned also in the Guru Puja. Shri Guru Cha. Yeah, so Chakudan dilo jay janme janme Prabhu se दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जाहा हईते अविद्या विनाशा जाते वेदे गाय जाहार चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना हा हा प्रभु कोरो दोया देहो मोरे पद छाया एबे जश घूषक त्रिभुवाना. Right? Chakudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu se. So he opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Alright, so this is the importance of following a genuine Guru and pleasing them. Because it is only Sri Guru who opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. Yes, it is no other source from which it can come. Chakudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu say Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. The knowledge is realized from within the heart. I mean, definitely we have to put our endeavor into reading books, hearing the recorded lectures by Srila Prabhupada and other devotees. But to actually gain the realization of this knowledge, it will come only and only when the Guru is pleased. Otherwise, it will be very theoretical. You can read anything and everything you want. You can read all the books. You can mug up all the books. Okay? But unless and until we please the Guru, it doesn't really fructify within our hearts and minds and souls. This is a very deep science. Deep science. You see, you can put all the endeavor. It's like, you're trying to get into a house that has a lock on it. Yeah. And this lock has multiple keys. Yes. And you have all the keys. So you can unlock it to some extent. But then there's this one key that you don't have, and that you can get only by pleasing Sri Guru. Yes? So, only through that key will the door be opened. Alright? And that is when we can enter into the realm of Bhava and Prema. Right? And from him, Prema emanates. Sri Guru is emanating Prema. And when there is Prema Bhakti jaha hoite, avidya vinasha jate. All ignorance that is there. Alright? All ignorance that is there, vinasha jate. It will be destroyed. What is this ignorance? Ignorance that I am the soul, I am not this body. Ignorance of Krishna. Krishna is everywhere. Krishna. Ignorance that Krishna is God also for some people. Yes. So only through pleasingly serve Sri Guru, we can attain this. Alright, so that is what it says here. It is a spiritual grace that embodies the process of dissemination of spiritual knowledge from one generation to another. So, this knowledge, spiritual knowledge, will come from the heart of the pure devotee to the heart of the disciple, or from the heart of the guru to the heart of the disciple. That is how the knowledge is transferred from one person to another, from the guru to the shishya. Alright? And it's a beautiful process because it requires yourself to become humble, actually. You cannot expect to gain anything if you are full of pride. It expects us, it demands us to become humble because we realize that my efforts will only take me so far. Now what? Now I need to approach someone who is better than me, bigger than me, higher than me, and then I need to get the knowledge from them. Okay? A proud person does not bow before anyone. Yes, but a humble person does. And this is humility that pleases not only the heart of Guru and Vaishnavas, but also the heart of Krishna as well. Yes. And pride is something that Krishna doesn't like at all. So he goes far away from a person who is very proud. Yes. But he he really and genuinely appreciates humility. Right? It is the grace of the Lord that awakens our spiritual consciousness and spiritual identity. No amount of material ability can help one draw the grace of the Lord. A person with great material ability can become very wealthy, famous, or powerful. That we can become with our material ability. Yes, but we cannot become a devotee. Such extraordinary abilities count for nothing for gaining spiritual knowledge. Yes. Real knowledge can be gained only by the grace of the Lord. In general, a spiritualist completely depends on the mercy of the Lord. Thus, the path one follows is known as the descending process. That the knowledge will come from top. That is why it is known as the descending process. All right. Even if one has some extraordinary ability to prosper materially, she acknowledges that the source of these abilities is the Lord Himself. She uses such ability to attain spiritual perfection. The method of obtaining transcendental knowledge is a descending process where a seeker of truth surrenders to the tradition of Guru Shishya Parampara. Yes, so the same thing that we've been discussing. So, what is the method of obtaining transcendental knowledge? In the descending process is where the seeker of truth surrenders to the tradition of Guru Shishya Parampara. Spiritual enlightenment occurs due to bestowal of Lord's mercy upon a conditioned soul who is situated in the bottommost layer of spiritual existence, that of complete ignorance. And once one takes shelter of a genuine Guru, of a bona fide Guru, then one starts to get the mercy of the Lord as well in their life, and the knowledge starts to fructify. Even for acquiring material knowledge, sincere seekers depend upon grace of the Lord. Then their pursuits aid to the understanding of the spiritual knowledge. Such spiritual scientists engage in the study of physical nature with the goal to get closer to the absolute truth while disentangling themselves from material bondages. Due to their complete dependence on the grace of the Lord, they are distinctly different from mundane scientists who study physical nature to lord over it with an enjoying mentality. Hmm. Such mundane scientists takes human away from their natural self. Hence, the modern materialistic civilization, along with its so-called advancement of science and technology, has generated great physical and mental stress, thereby leading to colossal personality disorders. This is very much true. Like for all the advancement that we have done, where have we reached? We have not reached anywhere. We have created more problems. Today morning, when I was taking a bath, I was just thinking that the material world is such that one problem doesn't end and another one comes. Does it not happen? So, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was sharing the wrong screen all along. Thank you for noticing. All right. So, so very important points is that taking shelter of a bona fide guru who's connected to a bona fide parampara, who has heard from his guru, who has heard from his guru, who has heard from his guru, and ultimately the line traces up to Krishna. Okay, and that is where we receive the mercy of the Lord. And even for acquiring material knowledge, sincere seekers depend upon the grace of the Lord. Then their pursuits aid to understanding of spiritual knowledge. Such spiritual scientists engage in the study of physical nature, the goal to get closer to the absolute truth, while disentangling themselves from the material bondages. And mundane scientists study physical nature with the mentality that I will enjoy this thing, I will enjoy this thing, I will enjoy this thing. Okay, so such mundane scientists take humans away from their natural self. All right, it's kind of a complicated paragraph, and I don't have much to say here. But so you understood descending and ascending process of knowledge. Everybody understood? Does anyone have any question? Will you be able to explain to someone what is the descending and ascending process of knowledge? Okay, very good. Very good. So the descending process of knowledge is good because it is coming from Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So this is the triangle where which we should consult whenever we are in any confusion. Or it should actually be the guiding light of life. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Right? That should be the guiding light. Not what I saw on the reel today, or what Katrina Kaif is doing, or what Rahul Gandhi is doing, or whoever, you know. So those should not be our guides. Our guide should always be Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. No, nothing like it, Prabhu. It should trace back to Krishna. Nothing like fourth generation. We are in the 30th generation, even more than that, in Srila Prabhupada's parampara. Okay. So, so yes, so the descending process of knowledge is considered supreme for gaining spiritual knowledge, whereas the ascending process is considered to be very troublesome and also doesn't lead to perfect knowledge. All right. So try to have that in mind, try to meditate on it, and try to also then read the Shastras. Try to find a genuine guru who can guide you in life. Yes. And try to always consult the Vaishnavas. Yes. Like whenever you have something that you're not sure of what to do, always take shelter of the Vaishnavas. Always try to hear from them. Always try to see what is needed. Spiritually, they can guide you. All right. So this is not a process in which we are alone. This is a process of being together, coming together, helping each other. All right. So, like generally, whenever Shubham Prabhu is reading and he has some confusion, he sends a message like, Prabhuji, can you explain this like that? So that is very good. Similarly, in life, if we don't know how to deal with the situation, we should approach those who are our seniors for some help and guidance, so that our bhakti is protected. Yes, and even our mental peace is protected for that matter. All right. So yes, so I wouldn't like to speak more today. If you guys have anything you want to discuss or talk about, you can. Anything you want to share? Please focus today on how to actually do our daily work and hurdles by thinking that I am doing it for Krishna and serving Him. How to actually do the samapit of my karma. Okay. Okay. So Krishna does say in the Bhagavad Gita, Yat karosi yad ashnasi yad juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi konteya tat kurusva madarpanam. So yes, it is difficult for us to always think of Krishna at this stage. Okay. Um, it's very difficult. Although Krishna says Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Ye Jana Paripasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Krishna says in no, I mixed two shlokas, I'm so sorry. That is Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, and Satatam Kirtayanto Mam is a different shloka, I'm so sorry. Um, but Krishna says Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, always chant my glories, yes. And he demands basically that we continuously think of him. But Srila Jeev Goswami, I guess it is Srila Jeev Goswami or maybe Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they say that, okay, such an instruction would be impossible to follow for a conditioned soul. They cannot remember Krishna always. A Siddha can do that always, but a Sadhaka cannot do that always. So for him, for a Sadhaka, we should at least remember Krishna once a day. Okay, consciously try to remember Krishna once a day. And at that time, you can offer all your activities which are offerable to Krishna unto his lotus feet. Okay, so try with that, Avik Prabhu. Okay, every day, maybe in the morning, you can chant a prayer that whatever I will do today, yat karoshi yad ashnasi yat juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi yat konteya tat kurusva madarpanam. I will offer unto you. And at the end of the day, having done all your activities, you can pray to the Lord that, my Lord, I dedicate all my activities to you. I dedicate all the results to you. And please bless me. Please guide me further how to come closer to you. Okay. But you also have to do some uh, more practical things in this regard. All right. What do we mean by you have to do more practical things? Like you have to actually take part in activities which are offerable to Krishna. What is offerable to Krishna? The very basic and good activity that one should do, which is offerable to Krishna, is that one should offer what they cook to Krishna. Firstly, one should not cook that I will enjoy this food. One should cook with the mindset that Krishna will enjoy this bhoga, and if he wants, he will give me as prasad. Okay, that should firstly be our mentality, that Krishna will enjoy this bhoga and I will get Krishna's prasadam. All right, and then you should have a plate in your house that no one else eats in, and that also doesn't get washed with other jhuta utensils. It should be kept separately. Okay, that should be Krishna's plate. in that plate Krishna will eat. Okay, no one else will eat. You should have all the soap and the scrub and all should be different for that plate, for cleaning that plate. Should not be mixed with in the plates that we eat in. Okay, should be kept separately, washed separately. Maybe have a couple of bowls, 2 to 3 bowls. Okay, to put maybe dal, sabji, curd, whatever you want to offer to Krishna. All right, and then decorate the plate very nicely. Krishna likes it much more when the prasadam is beautifully placed on the plate. Okay, so Krishna likes the aesthetics. All right. Okay, so and then put a tulsi leaf on each of the preparations that you have made lovingly for Krishna, and then chant a few mantras, and in your mind request the Lord to please accept the prasadam that you have cooked for him. Accept the bhoga, sorry. Prasadam it will become once he accepts the bhoga. All right. Keeping tulsi is very important because seeing tulsi, Krishna will immediately. Even if Krishna doesn't, yes, you can. You can. There's no issue. Uh, or you can eat it also. You can either eat it yourself or you can distribute, or you can do both as well. There's no issue. It's not compulsory like every time you cook prasadam you have to distribute. Okay, because for a devotee, he's every day whatever he is cooking and eating is prasadam, right? Every day whatever he is cooking and eating is prasadam. Okay, so distributing is more auspicious. Yes, definitely, but always we don't always have the avenue to distribute, right? And um, but you can if you wish to. All right. So put tulsi, making bhoga. Uh, ideally yes, ideally yes, but uh, it also depends on your circumstances. Like you stay in a PG, you might not have a full-fledged kitchen and all. So it's okay. We can do little compromise, but ideally, like जैसे you know uh, the jhuta khana should not go in those utensils basically, and they also should be washed separately ideally. Okay, but since you're in hostel or PG, there's always maybe some compromises to be made. But the main part is that we offer whatever we eat, we offer to Krishna. Yes. Bhungte te tav agham papa, ye pachante atma karanat. Those who do not offer what they cook to Krishna, they are eating only sin. Alright? And they will get sinful reaction in the form of various things can happen. But if you offer what you eat to Krishna, then you will not get any sinful reaction. Yes. Yes, you can do that, Avik Prabhu. But like I said, it's not always possible. There are many rules and regulations that can be followed. But the main thing is we cook for Krishna and we offer to him. Okay? With cleanliness. That's all. Okay? Now don't say my place is not clean so I cannot cook for Krishna. No. Make it clean. If you cannot make it clean, doesn't matter. Still you cook for Krishna. Whatever we eat should be prasadam. It should not be unoffered to the Lord, because we will suffer sinful reaction because of that. And at least we are building some connection with Krishna. We are offering him something. We are giving him something. Although it might be at the starting for my mentality like, okay, it will purify, it will save me from sin, it will purify me like that. But eventually it will lead to love for Krishna if we start to do it every single day. Yes, every single day. But you can do it physically as well, I'm pretty sure about it. Okay, so we should. Krishna sees the love efforts we put in the preparation of the bhoga. Yes, that's absolutely true. Okay, so we should not eat without offering to Krishna. Okay, we should not eat without offering to Krishna. So you can start with these few things, Avik Prabhu. If you want to offer to Krishna, this is how you can offer. Okay. Also, one very important thing is definitely wearing a kanti mala, one cannot stress the importance of it enough, because this also purifies us, and this also, in a way, says that, so have you ever seen a street dog? Has anyone ever seen a street dog on the street? Yes. And have you ever seen a dog who stays in an AC room, sleeps on the bed, eats on the dining table? Have you seen that kind of dog also somewhere? Some 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 crazy people do those kind of things. Sorry, I mean no offense to anyone maybe who has a dog like that, who sleeps in their bed and you know eats with eats in the same plate with them. So um so what differentiates them? Do you see any difference between those two? No one sees any difference between those two. So the dog which is in the house has a collar. Yes, he has a collar. He has a collar around the neck. Yes, whereas the street dog doesn't have a collar around the neck. Yes. So similarly, we belong to Krishna. So we can say that, okay, this dog has an owner. Okay. Similarly, similarly, this is seeing this kanti mala around our neck. Okay, many personalities will know, okay, this person belongs to Krishna. And so even at death, the Yamdutas don't come near our body. Okay, they don't come and take the soul to hell. You are wearing kanti mala. And throughout the life also, subtle personalities are seeing, okay, this person has a master, and if you mess with this person, then there will be some punishment, some trouble that will come, right? If you mess up with someone's dog, then the master will be angry at you, right? Yes. So similarly, it's very important to wear a tulsi kanti. Okay. And definitely, uh, it has many benefits we can discuss, but it kind of means that we have dedicated our life to the Lord. Of course, that doesn't mean we go off to an ashram and you know and I never come back and see my parents and I abandon my wife and kids and things like that. It's not like that. It's just that in spirit we are offering ourselves, okay, to Krishna. All right. There are plenty of benefits of wearing a tulsi kanti, and there are plenty of disadvantages of not wearing it. So we should dedicate ourselves to Krishna. Like you asked Avik Prabhu, like how can we dedicate ourselves more to Krishna? So each one of us should wear a kanti mala around our neck. The only condition is that now someone will tell, oh, don't do it. There are so many rules and regulations, this thing, that thing, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, whatever. The only thing that you need to be careful of is that don't eat onion and garlic. And of course, meat, mushroom, tea, and coffee. Okay, those are the only conditions. There are not so many conditions. Okay, but the advantage is, yes, it does, Mother Prabhu. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does. Tulsi Krishna Priyasi is around your neck always. Amrendra Prabhu gave a lecture. In that he mentioned a lot of things. I'm not remembering at this time, otherwise I would share. But so many things are there. Yes. So a Vaishnava should always wear Kanti Mala. Very much compulsory. Compulsory for a Vaishnava. Okay. So yes. I guess that should be all for you, Avik Proof, for now. You first follow this. So when we come to Mayapur in February, we want to see that you're wearing Kanti Mala and not eating onion garlic and not drinking tea and coffee. Okay, so we will check. All right, so let us go to Gita notes. So let me share a few announcements with you guys again. Okay, so next, um, Saturday is Ekadashi. Yes, on the 15th. Okay, so fasting from grains. No grains. No one should eat any grain on Ekadashi. Alright, many of you are already following. Those of you who are not following, please start to follow. No grains on Ekadashi. Madhav Titi Bhakati Janani. If you just fast from grains on Ekadashi, see, you can eat 100 times a day on Ekadashi, it doesn't matter. But do not eat grain, do not take like rice, dal, right? Chana, rajma, chola, those kind of things. Don't take. Okay? Eat tapioca, eat what do you call it? Kuttu, singada atta, water chestnut, right? Um, Rajgira is there. Yes, so many things are there that you can eat. You can take fruits, you can take dairy products, paneer. Yes. Uh, you can take rock salt. Yes. I will be at home at that time, so my parents won't be allowing. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. But you can even make paneer sabji on Ekadashi. Yes, and you can make paratha from singhada atta. So that's as good as food. But you can see like what is your situation at home. But what understood is that it's more of a mental block generally than actually so much of an issue. But see according to your situation, of course. So that's not a problem. You can see according to your health and according to the situation around yourself. But please do fast on Ekadashi. It's very important. Yes, yes. Thank you, Shaurya Mataji. It's very important. Okay. Again, when we say fast, we are not saying that you don't have to eat anything the whole day. Like I said, you can eat for whole 24 hours you can spend eating, but please do not eat grains. Each mouthful of grain that you eat on Ekadashi will come back to you as the sinful reaction of killing a million brahmanas. Okay? So don't. In grains, Pap Purusha is residing on the day of Ekadashi. Alright? So our mentality will also, alright, start to become sinful if we start to eat grains on Ekadashi. All sin is residing in grains on the day of Ekadashi. Alright, so we will get the reaction of all those sins that we might not even physically commit just by eating grains on Ekadashi. Alright, and just by giving up grains on Ekadashi, you become closer to Krishna. Okay, you come closer to Krishna. So the choices are, there is plenty of variety, and there's plenty of healthy things. Plenty of healthy things that will not also let your body be affected. Yes. So like there's a one very nice sabji that we cook with raw papaya, uh, pumpkin, uh, raw banana. Yeah, all healthy things, all healthy things. Along with you can make chila out of kuttu ka atta. You can make paratha out of singhade ka atta, water chestnut. So many things that we can do. The possibilities are endless. Yes, just like there are endless possibilities of being punished for eating grains on Ekadashi. Okay, so the possibilities of escaping that punishment are also endless. See, if it wouldn't have been important, I wouldn't insist. And but it is very important because these subtle things, like if in life we come across certain misfortune, then we ask like, okay, why am I going through this? Why this? Why this? Because we have done something that in the past that got this reaction to us today. Yes, time, Bhishma Dev tells to Yudhishthir Maharaj, time is the mere conveyor belt of the sinful reactions of our past. Okay, so we end up in trouble somewhere or the other. Okay, so these subtle things, they do make a difference. So we have to follow. So we have to become very very strict in certain practices. Okay, like waking up early. It's a non-negotiable thing. Okay, it's a non-negotiable thing. We have to work on it. Chanting 16 rounds, non-negotiable. Giving up onion, garlic, tea, coffee, non-negotiable. We have to work on it. Yes. Similarly, Kadashi, all right, non-negotiable. We have to work on it. Of course, we can take our time to come to that level. Yes, definitely, there's space for that. But please give it your best shot. Yes, give it your best shot. That is what is needed. All right. At times, we understand when we are new to these practices, then there might be some apprehension and there might be some this thing around us, that okay, you cannot do at this time, and that is natural. Yes, but with time, become strong in this. That is what is needed. Okay. Um, Again, speaking about non-negotiables, so Navdeep Mandal Parikrama is a non-negotiable. All right. So I was just thinking that in this the parikrama is actually from 19th to actual parikrama is from 19th to what date is it? I guess it is 25th. Yes, 19th to 25th. So if you guys also want to come for a shorter duration, you can. Okay, but parikrama will start 19th early morning. So it's good to reach on 18th, and 25th afternoon we'll be done with it. Okay. So you can also leave on 25th. All right. 27, 28 if you work from home on 27th and 28th. Then we can attend Shantipur festival. Okay, no, 27th was it? Or okay, sorry. So this is supposed to be 29th. Is it a leap year or something? Oh, wait. I'm seeing the calendar for November. Okay, so 24th. Okay, so this should be 24th. All right. 19 to 24, 25th. No, sorry, it's 25th. I was right about it. Okay, 26th, 27th. You can work from home. Shantipur festival on 28th. Again, like we said yesterday, one who eats the prasadam in the Shantipur festival on this date. Okay, on this Dwadashi. Yes, yes, I will check. Uh, so that person straight away gets Krishna Prem. He straight away gets love of God. Okay. So, our good fortune that we have been able to do that for the past 3 years regularly, and we wish to do it again for the next year. Okay. Should not miss this opportunity. You have human form of life, you don't know when you will get it again. Should make all our endeavor towards the path of bhakti. Okay. And leave on 28th evening or 20 or first March. All right. So this is something that we can do. Please plan, and if you cannot, okay, else plan for 2 to 3 days. But please come. You will have a time of your life. Okay, like example 27, 28, first you can come. Okay, but I prefer that you come for a longer duration and you can work from home for 2 days. Okay, it's worth it. It's 1001% worth it. All right, so those were our major announcements. And continue with your daily chanting for the rest of the week, daily reading of spiritual books, and daily hearing Krishna Katha. And once you are done with your chanting, please do report on the Sadhana Sangha group. All right. So that is also important. On this group, you can report once you've chanted your rounds. You can vote on the poll. All right. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us again today. Um, let us chant a few rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then we can drop. Anyone has any question before that? No? Any question about Ekadashi or Navdeep Mandal Parikrama or no? Okay, so all of you must plan to come. All right. Till now, Shubham Prabhu has only confirmed that he is coming. So others should also confirm. You will have a great time. Okay, you will have a really good time. Okay. We'll stay in the same place. I'll share the details on WhatsApp with you, Prabhu. Yes, we'll stay in the same place, Avik Prabhu. We'll go every day and come back to the same place. That's how we plan to go about it. Okay, so let us chant. Hare Krishna, Madhav Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for joining. Let us chant together Panchtattva mantra and Hare Krishna Maha mantra. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 राम 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Make sure you're very attentively hearing the mantra you're chanting. Don't let your mind wander. Don't be distracted by looking at the mobile, looking at anything while you're chanting. When you chant, you just chant and hear the mantra you're chanting very, very carefully and have a good pronunciation. Don't mix the words, the syllables. Chant every syllable very nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. As our mind wanders, while we chant, we notice that the mind has wandered away, and we bring the mind back to hearing the sound of the Mahamantra. Okay, always while we are chanting, always constantly try to hear the sound of the mantra that you are chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।